What's up, Cancer? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so it's still your birthday season, so I hope you guys have really been enjoying it and that you've been having an awesome time and that you took that shot of tequila that I've been telling you to take for me. But let's get into things. Let's see how things are developing for you guys and what is going on for you in this mid-month. So, Cancer, this will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Let me just move my mic a little closer. Because although I have the mic, everyone's like, I can't hear you, Lissette. And I'm like, I can't do anything else. I have a mic now. So let's hope that you guys can hear me loud and clear. If not, try some headphones. I'm sure that'll work. But let's see what's going on with you guys. Okay, what is going on with the sign of Cancer? Sun, Moon, and Rising for this July mid-month. So this will be about July 15th to August 15th, okay? Alright, what is going on with my lovely Cancers? Oh, and that reminds me, I still have to post a poll to see which bonus readings you guys want. I totally forgot to do that, so I will do it right after I record this. But what was I gonna say? We'll talk about these three cards that fell. So guys, for the poll that I'm gonna post, keep in mind that you guys already get a love reading. So if you choose to do a love reading, just know it's going to be like an extra one. I know love is great, but there's so many other things I could do with cards. So, you know, definitely keep that in mind. So 3 cards fell. We're going to look at it, then I'm going to put it back, keep shuffling. We have the 4 of Wands in the reverse, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. Someone that you feel strongly attached to, or something in your life you feel strongly bonded to. Okay, but there's a sense of instability right now. There's a sense of really trying to find balance. All right, so we're going to keep this in mind as we keep going to ensure, or, you know, keep in mind what we're dealing with. Okay? Okay. Okay, guys. All right. So the energy we have here is the Justice card. So I really, really love this because it's a card that's showing you that this is a time where you're really going to be finding balance. Now, this is also a very karmic card as well. So this is going to differ depending on, you know, each individual Cancer. So if you are in a place where maybe you've done a lot of things that you know you probably didn't handle it the best way, maybe you're getting a backlash from it. If you've been, you know, because you guys are very, very loving, and, you know, you'll, you know, take the shirt off your back, put it on the street for someone to walk over, puddle, that sort of thing. So if you feel like you've given your all to a situation, doesn't even have to do with love, just a friendship, a job, this could be a time where now you're getting rewards, where now things are coming in and, you know, karma is kind of giving you that push you need. Now, behind that, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is going to be a situation where something unexpectedly happens. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, but definitely something you didn't see coming. But with the Ace of Pentacles, something good and long-lasting comes out of this. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse behind that. So for some of you, something good comes out of a shitty situation, okay? For others of you, if this is, you know, pertaining to business or some sort of investment that you're making, you're getting into something long-term where you can have long-term wealth with this. You just might have to make a big initial investment, or might be a little tight with money, but we know you have to spend money to make money, right? Okay, so going into your past, the first card that we have here is the 5 of Swords. So with the Five of Swords, this is arguing, this is bickering, this is, you know, a very tense situation where people are just kind of going at it. Now with this card, are you the person who feels defeated, or are you the person who, you know, defeated somebody else? These cards are all over the place. Give me a second while I pick the other one up. But we have the Seven of Wands and the High Priestess in the reverse. Okay, so with the Seven of Wands here, you guys are really standing your ground with something. Okay, we have the High Priestess in the reverse. All right, so again, I feel like I'm talking to two different Cancers in this video, but either you're withholding information from someone and standing your ground. Whatever you're withholding, you're going to take it to the grave. Or it could be a situation where you're really giving someone the benefit of the doubt. Your soul is very uneasy. You feel uneasy within yourself. It's a type of situation where you don't necessarily feel good after certain interactions with the person, or, you know, in the workplace. But you're still trying to give someone the benefit of the doubt. And you're standing your ground more in like a stubborn sort of way. Okay, so it's going to depend on who you are. But there's something here that is being let go of. All right, something that you may have the ability to manifest, but you don't necessarily think that you're going to grow there. So there's a sense of imbalance that you feel here. So for some of you, you know you can't grow there. For others of you, your soul knows you can't grow there. You know, you have to, you know, kind of move away from it. But you could be fighting it a bit. But it is in the past. So the next card we have is a Sun card in the reverse, where something unexpectedly could come to light. And this could be something that is really bright and abundant and that you feel happy about. But I always say that I see the Sun card very similarly to the Moon card, where it could be something that unexpectedly comes to light that it's like, oh crap, I had no idea this was going on. And it could have, you know, a negative connotation attached to it. Now we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So there is a secret coming out here, okay, or a secret that came out, since this is in the past. For some of you, this was a good secret. For example, maybe it was a proposal. Proposals are nice, okay, and they're usually done unexpectedly. For others of you, whether it was a secret that someone was holding against you or a secret that you were holding against someone else, it came out, okay. And we have the Six of Cups. So with the Six of Cups, it could be regarding children in your life, or it could be something from your past where you're either heavily arguing with someone or you feel like you have to let someone go. This could also be letting a job go. Maybe this is you being disappointed within yourself if you don't have any sort of love life and it doesn't apply anywhere else. Okay. The last card we have here is the Queen of Wands. So it could be a fire energy that you're dealing with. This could be Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. This could also be a sense of passion that you have for something. When I see the Queen of Wands, this is someone who's going to do something from the heart. You know, this is not your 9-to-5 job. This is somebody who writes music. This is someone who does poetry. This is someone who paints. This is someone who falls in love with something and starts their own business, but a creator, okay? But some 9-to-5 jobs could be creation, like let's say you're writing for a newspaper or something like that. All right, so take it like that. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, something unexpectedly that happened. Okay, it could be with the fire sign. It could be with something that you were very passionate about. Okay, and with the Queen of Swords, there could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini here. But this is also the energy that people will get if something really throws them off, if they've been scorned in some sort of way and they know that now there's something that needs to be cut out in order for them to move forward. So this could be a point where something happens out of nowhere and you're forced, or know that you have to cut out something that was detrimental to you moving forward. In your present moment, the first card that we have is the Devil card in the reverse. So you're removing yourself from a toxic situation. Maybe it was bad habits that you had. Maybe it was a toxic person around you. Okay, and we have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, where there could be some sort of loss of money, or it could be a loss of abundance just within your emotions. Okay, and we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So this is something that could, you know, cause a lot of arguing, fighting, people just kind of yelling at each other, not really not really listening to what the other person is saying, just kind of waiting for them to stop talking so they can argue their point. Okay, so when we're coming out of a toxic situation, Cancer, and I'm talking to more of my low vibrational Cancers, and this is going to be something that can apply to every single sign, so it's not just for you guys. But with this situation here that you're coming out of, we have to be mature enough to realize that sometimes we could be the toxic person. Even me within myself, I try to be as light as possible to people, but I know I leave a bad taste in some people's mouth, and that's just life. So I try to always keep myself in check. Am I spreading hate? Am I spreading any negativity? Are people uncomfortable because of me? Because I never want that, you know? So you have to keep in mind there's something toxic you're coming out of. Just make sure that you're not adding to the toxicity. All right. Now, in the center of your reading, and the next card for your present moment is the King of Pentacles. So there could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, male or female. That's very important in your life. This is someone very stable, reliable, someone who's good with money, someone who's going to give you practical advice. If you guys are going through something, I would say you could definitely talk to earth signs. They usually give pretty laid back, chill, you know, just this is what it is sort of advice. Okay. Now, for others of you, if there's no earth sign around you, this could be a huge come up in regards to money. Okay. Where you're really finding that sense of stability. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, something that has you guys feeling emotionally unstable. Right? So maybe it is that Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Just because a person's stable within themselves doesn't necessarily mean that they can make us happy. Okay, and we have the Empress card in the reverse. So something is being let go of, whether it's a job or a person or, you know, just a bad habit. And it could be something that causes stability, but you guys are sad to see it go. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles, so this could be financial burden or someone just feeling, you know, left out in the cold. All right. And we have the Six of Wands in the reverse and the Three of Swords. So a sense of disappointment, something that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. Okay. And with the last card that we have for the present moment, we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. It was a waste of time and effort. Okay, so you guys wanted to see where something was going to go, but you realized that your efforts were, you know, for nothing here. We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, there was illusions here. There was someone that maybe was presenting a smoke screen in front of another person, but all of that is coming out. Right, with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, everything is on the table. All right, anything that wasn't known before is very clear now. And we have the Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords, yeah, there could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini here, but I feel like that's just going to be the attitude for a lot of you, where you're just like, crap, this is not what I expected. It's time to start snipping. All right, so you guys are going to be cutting people out or cutting a job out, just something that wasn't serving you well. All right, and with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, a sense of, I'm just not happy here. I'm not happy with this. And having to realize that. Having that clarity, finding balance. But with the Hierophant in the reverse, it just wasn't meant for you. Now, with the Hierophant in the reverse, whether this card is in the reverse or upright, to me personally, this is the most beautiful card in the deck for me, because it's a certain sign from the universe that something was certainly supposed to be in our life, or it was certainly not supposed to be in our life. So anytime I see that card, that's kind of like, yeah, Lissette, you were supposed to go that path. Or, no, Lissette, you know, this just was something that wasn't going to work out for you. So even if it's in the reverse, it's a clear sign that this just wasn't your path. But that's also a sign that the universe is interfering into your life right now. And although it's something that may hurt you, where you're like, crap, you know, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to, the universe is like, wait, just wait a second, I have something better for you. So give it time. Don't be too angry, because something here is not going to work out because there's something better. All right, that's the only time the universe dips into our life. The universe has the best intentions for us. It wants us to manifest the most that we can. So if you see the Hierophant, you see the High Priestess, you see any sort of major arcana, that's the universe saying, I had to shake you up because you're going to go in a very deep, dark direction, and I'm taking you out of that. So just allow, okay? Just allow things to happen. Now, moving forward, we have the Eight of Swords. So you guys feeling stuck, still being in your head about this. This is a very mental card. This is a very mental battle that you have with yourself. You know, you see the disaster behind you. You're not getting burned or anything at this point. You're away from the harm, even though it was still close by. All right. And you feel binded, but in actuality, you're not at all. So this is a time where you guys want to take that blindfold off and you want to move forward, because although the fire is not going to get you at this point, if you stand still long enough, it could. Okay? And what's funny, I'm just seeing this for the first time now. Wow. So there's actually, is that a bull? I think so. Right behind that. Okay. So it's like, bulls, they're very, very, you know, I know that you guys will see kind of like these, what are they called? With the guys with the red things and the bulls running through it. You guys know what I'm talking about. But you'll see things like that, right? And we think that bulls are very aggressive animals, or some people may think that, but they're not. They're actually very peaceful animals if you're not pissing them off. So it's like there's this sense of protection, because that's a very huge animal that you have there. Okay, it's protecting you. You're protected. There's something solid. You know, you have this divisive force between what can be harming you and where you are right now. So you have to know that there is strength, there is serenity that's possible here. You just have to allow it. I don't know why I never noticed that bull there, and me as a Taurus, I should notice bulls and things. But that's very beautiful. Alright, we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So you're trapped by your dissatisfaction with how things went down. That's all it is. Okay? And maybe for some of you, it was a third-party situation that you had to remove yourself from within love. For others of you, a friends group that you had to let go of. For some of you, maybe you had to let go of a job, or maybe you had to move away from a family member. Okay, anyone could be toxic in our lives, but there's something that just made you unhappy. Now, with the Magician here, there's something that for some of you who are a little more stubborn with the situation, you could keep trying to manifest it, but it's not going anywhere. It's not growing at this point. Your soul is asking you, why are we doing this? Why are we fighting this? Okay? And for others of you, maybe there's another party who's trying to manifest something with you, but you have to realize that, you know, there's a certain point where we could keep fighting, but then there's that certain point where something that has just ran its course. And you have to be real with yourself, because the only person who suffers when you're like, oh, let's give it another shot, but you know this person has messed up 1,000 times, or you know this person has made empty promises, whether it's a boss or a lover, you have to be real with yourself. Okay, because if we're not real with ourselves, we're going to get into deeper depressions, we're going to get ourselves into deeper shit, we're going to lose more money, we're going to lose more happiness. Every minute you spend in a situation that you know truly does not serve you is a minute that you take away from a situation that could work for you. Okay. Now, the next card that we have here is the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So with this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, something is just not working. You're putting effort into something, you're not getting the results that you wanted, or maybe you just stopped working on it altogether. We have the Six of Swords in the reverse. You're just having a hard time letting go. Alright, a hard time moving away from this. And with the Nine of Cups, this is a card about happiness. So at a time where you guys feel like you cannot move forward, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You're trying to find a way to move forward that makes sense for you. Okay? I feel that something unexpectedly comes in that gives you that piece of joy. I don't think it's what you left behind. So it's kind of going to be that moment where it's just like, crap, what's happening here? I'm sad about this, but wow, this is awesome. So you could have a lot going on here, you know, a huge shift coming in. But at the end of all this, you get wish fulfillment. Alright, so you have the Star card. So the universe is interfering, but this is why. Because there's something that you're truly desiring that's coming in for you, that's manifesting for you. But sometimes the things that we truly want and need come in different forms. Okay? If you guys haven't seen the movie Every Day, oh my god, see that movie. I just saw it last week, and we have to get over the whole, you know, this is my type of person, or this is the type of friend I want to be friends with. There's girls out there that they don't want to be friends with people who they don't find to be pretty. Alright? There's certain things like that. When you get to the place where you can truly look at a person, no matter what they look like, and say, you are such a lovely person, and there's something beautiful that you have to offer, until you get to that point, then there's more that you need to learn in life. There's more that you need to evolve with. Alright? So maybe you're getting something that you wanted. It just might not be in that superficial package that you thought it was going to come in. Alright, so let's see why this Star card is here. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so that is someone that you may stop talking to, or that may stop talking to you. Something that just, you know, stops. And we have the Two of Swords here, where you have the sense of indecision. So you're moving out of something that was troubling. You have something right in front of you that has the potential to make you very happy. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a new project. It could be a new career that comes in that is just like, wow, I'm really good at this, and I didn't know that. So at the time where this comes in, you're still kind of like, you know, should I really move away from this past, or should I move forward to this? So you're very undecided. And the way to make this decision, very simple, and I wish I would have gotten this down when I was like 16 years old, but did this past situation make me a better person? Bam, that's it. Out of the 7 days of the week, how many of those days were you crying? Okay, how many of those days were you upset? If it's more than one, then we're having a problem. Okay, people can fight, people can bicker, people can argue, but if you have something that is consistently making you uncomfortable, you really have to wake up. Okay, and I say it to you guys all the time. When we're young, you know, we're 13 years old, we're living with our parents or whoever's watching us. There's only so much that we can control in our lives. When you guys are older, you get your car, you get your place, you're able to choose who you break bread with. If there's a toxic situation, you can blame other people as much as you want, but it's your choice to stick with it, okay? So if you're at a point where you have the liberty of who you can break bread with, or choosing who you break bread with, choosing who you hang out with, choosing who has your heart, then you have to take a bit of the responsibility for what's happening. Yes, I'm unhappy because this person wasn't serving me correctly, but I'm also the person who keeps allowing this person to be in my life, all right? So again, you have to be real with yourself. If you're unhappy and you have the ability to change what's making you unhappy, then why aren't you changing it? Okay? So hopefully you guys can accept this new good thing that's coming in. Alright, so I'm going to pull you guys 3 cards of advice. I haven't been using oracle cards in a while because I feel like I kind of overuse the Earth Magic oracle cards. But I have one coming in the mail. Amazon says it's 2 stops away. So for the next monthly readings, I'll use them for you guys. Alright, so let's get 3 cards of advice for my lovely Cancers. Okay, so whether it's on your part or someone else's part, there's manipulation going on with what you guys are having a hard time letting go of. We have the Magician card in the reverse, and we have the Death card in the reverse. So there's something here that is either making you guys very emotionally unstable, or something that you guys can't stay stable with. Maybe you're the person causing problems. Maybe you're the person who's cheating. Okay, all of this can be, all the energies that I've been pulling today, it could all be vice versa. Okay, so it could apply to you or another person you're dealing with. So there's something here that is just not making you consistent within your emotions, or maybe towards another person. Okay, so you have this sense of fighting, arguing, bickering, this back and forth with something that has not been closed out, that needs to be closed out. Alright, and with the King of Swords in the reverse and the Page of Swords in the reverse, there could be nasty interactions. Okay, I'll be completely honest about that, because these 2 people together, this is someone who's cruel, selfish, and could be abusive. This is someone who's going to say what's on their mind in the cruelest way possible. Alright, so when you have this, whether a person is treating you like this or whether a person turns you into this, that's not good. You don't want to be in any sort of thing that makes you react like this. You need someone who can bring you to a higher vibration. We can all be toxic to certain people, but there's going to be people that we just vibe with. And that's my thing too, because I'm not perfect. People, you know, they're going to say, Lissette, high vibration, she's awesome. No, I fuck up all the time, and I'm human. But the thing about me is, if I realize I'm making a person unhappy, or I realize I could be toxic towards a person because I'm very stubborn sometimes, I will remove myself. The last thing anybody can say is she's a toxic person and she won't stay away from me. If I see someone's uncomfortable, I will remove myself from the situation. So you guys have to understand, if someone's toxic around you, do you truly want that there? If someone's making you into a monster that you never knew could come out, do you really want someone who's able to activate you in that sort of way? Who's able to press a button and turn you into the Hulk? Okay? And not have the power to bring you out of the Hulk. Alright, so this is what you have, guys. You have the Ten of Cups here. So there is a potential for an extreme sense of happiness to be very stable within yourself, to have everyone within your home happy. But there's something that has to be let go of. Either someone who's bringing their demons towards you, or someone who's bringing out all of your demons, okay? So keep that in mind, and whatever you feel is holding you back from being a serene and peaceful person, you gotta let it go. And trust me, as you know, a Taurus, I completely understand you guys. I've dealt with a lot of cancers in my life. My father's a Cancer, and I know the good and I know the bad. I've studied you guys probably more than any other sign. But as a Taurus, I am a person that it took me a long time to learn to move away from things that didn't serve me. So that's why I went through abusive situations for longer than what was necessary. You know, that's why I've been in situations in the past where I wasn't happy with people that were around me, but I just had a hard time letting it go. And now that I realize that this is my life, that this is my space, this is my energy, and I have to protect it, when something brings me discomfort, cut. I don't care if I have to cry about it for 3 days after. I don't care if I have to scream into a pillow after it. If you are taking away my peace, you have no room in my life, and I will cut you out, and I will not look back, and I will not feel bad. So that's kind of the energy that you have to have here. If it is not serving you, then stop serving it. Okay? I love you guys so much. I will put up this poll right now so that you guys can start voting on that. But I love you. All right, for those of you who want to vote on the poll, just go to the community section. And for those that want a personal reading, it's usually about a 2-week wait, so 10 to 14 days. But I'm asking you guys to be super, super patient, because I've just been taking my son out more because he's kind of just been stuck in the house all summer. And I'm a terrible mom for not taking him other places. But yeah, I've been spending more time with family. I have, you know, cousins flying in next week. So if you guys will absolutely flip a shit if I do not get it to you within 14 days, then please, 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 please get an emergency reading. I'll get it out within 24 hours, excluding Sundays, all right? And if you guys are waiting on a reading and you do want to get it faster, you can upgrade to the emergency and just email me, okay? I'm willing to work with you guys. Just I'm asking throughout the summer, be super patient, because my son is my first priority, and I'd rather strangers be mad at me than my own child, okay? I love you guys so much. Take care.